Assalamu alaikum story timers. How are you guys doing today? Inshallah, you all are having a wonderful day. And today we are going to continue the story all about Prophet Ibrahim and Prophet Ismail. Inshallah. So let's go ahead and get started. Bismillah wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulullah. Let's get started. So in our last class, we talked all about how Hajar tried to find water or some people to help her and baby Ismail. And alhamdulillah, by the grace of Allah, Angel Jibril brought to her Zamzam water. And we can find Zamzam water up to today. And because of this Zamzam water, now Hajar alayhi salam and Ismail were able to join other people and animals who joined her at what was now Mecca. And there at Mecca, they started to build a new city in what used to be a very dry valley. And this became a very special point in not only the life of Ibrahim and Ismail, but for all Muslims up to today. So today we're going to take a look at how Mecca used to be and about the life of Ismail. Inshallah. So let's get started. We spoke about how the family of Jurham joined Ismail and his mother in Mecca. Soon, lots of people started to join them, and Mecca grew bigger and bigger and bigger until it became a very famous city. And this is a look at how Mecca used to be a long time ago. So remember that picture when all that you saw was sand and mountains? Well, now look at how it is. There's big buildings, there's a camel, there's trees. What else do you see? You might see a house right here. And yes, you see the Kaaba. The Kaaba is right there. But it wasn't always there. In fact, when Ismail grew up, he and his father, Prophet Ibrahim, built the Kaaba together. So let's see a little bit about what happened when Ismail grew up. Ismail and his mother stayed with the family of Jurham in Mecca. And soon Ismail grew up with them. He learned to speak the Arabic language. He joined in their culture as the Arab people, and eventually he married a woman that came from the Jurham family. After that, many years later, Ibrahim alayhi salam missed his wife Hajar and his son Ismail very much. He told his other wife Sarah that he wanted to go and visit Ismail. And Sarah agreed. Ibrahim went and visited his wife and visited Ismail and Ismail's wife. When he reached their door, he asked Ismail's wife, "Where's Ismail? I want to see my son Ismail." But Ismail's wife was not very nice. She just told Ibrahim, "Ismail's not here. You're gonna have to come back." Ibrahim was very surprised, but he quietly left the house. And later on, he told Ismail's wife to give a very special message to Ismail from him. He told her to say that when Ismail comes back, tell him that he needs to change the threshold of his gate, meaning he needs to change his gate. That was a secret message for Ismail to let him know that his wife was not very nice. And Prophet Ibrahim wanted his son to have a much nicer wife. Ismail's wife complained, okay, if that's what you want me to do, but I don't know where Ismail is right now. But when Ismail came back, she told Ismail the message that Ibrahim wanted Ismail to have. She told Ismail, your father Ibrahim came to this house today, and he said to change the threshold of your gate. Ismail said to her, that means that you should go back to your family because you were not very nice and my father wants me to find someone else. Go, you can go back to your family now. And she left. Years later, Ismail found a new wife. And once again, Ibrahim missed Ismail dearly, and he told his wife Sarah that he wanted to go and visit her. Ibrahim went to Ismail's house, and just like the first time, Ismail wasn't there. Ibrahim asked Ismail's wife, where's Ismail? And Ismail's wife was very nice and smiling and friendly and cheerful. She said, he's not here right now, but why don't you stay and wait for him? He'll be back soon. Would you like something to eat and drink? Ibrahim asked him, what do you have to eat and drink? And she replied, we have meat and we drink water. And she did not complain. She was still very happy and friendly. When Ibrahim saw how nicely she was, he replied, oh Allah, please bless their meals and their drink. Ameen. The Prophet ﷺ said that because of this dua, Mecca is blessed until this very day. So now when you stay in Mecca, Mecca is a blessed and special city. And when you stay there, you get even more good deeds for every good thing that you did. So it is very special to stay in Mecca. We are going to learn in the next class all about how Prophet Ismail and Prophet Ibrahim built the Kaaba in Mecca years after Ibrahim's visit to Ismail's wife. But before that, let's look at a few lessons that we learned from the story of Ismail's wives. First, we learn that Ibrahim asked Ismail to change his wives because of their character. And Ismail listened. And that's because it's very important to listen to the advice of your parents. When your parents advise you to do something, that means they know something that you may not know, and they are older than you, and they care and love you. They care about you and they love you. So they only want you to have good things and good people around you. So if your parents ask you to get different friends or tell you that you should have better friends in your life, then that's because they maybe believe that you should have people with good character in your life and not people who will complain or tell you bad things. So just like Ismail listened to his father Ibrahim, it's important that you also listen to your parents when they tell you to do something. And when they give you advice, you fear Allah, and if their advice is according to what Allah also tells, then you should always listen to your parents and follow their advice. The second thing we learn is how important it is to have good character. Ibrahim told Ismail to change his first wife because she was not very nice. She had a bad attitude and she was not friendly or hospitable or even respectful to Ismail's father, Ibrahim, who was a noble and wonderful prophet. So imagine that. Can you believe that somebody would really be rude or disrespectful to a prophet? That's why Ibrahim told Ismail to change his wife. She was complaining and she had bad manners. When we meet someone, especially a Muslim, we should always have good manners and we should welcome them. We should be kind to our neighbors and our guests and always be friendly and welcoming to them. It is not good manners to be rude or to tell someone or kick someone away from your company or your house. So when someone is a guest and when someone comes to visit you, you should be very nice to them. And another thing is, it's not good to complain too much. You should always be thankful for the blessings that Allah gives you, even if it's just a little bit of food and water. And that's why Ibrahim alayhi salam was very happy about Ismail's second wife because even though she only had meat and water, she was still very thankful to Allah and very welcoming. She didn't complain and she didn't say that they didn't have enough to share. She shared her meat and her water with her guest, Prophet Ibrahim, and welcomed him and was very friendly. And that is something that Muslims should always do. And the last thing that we learn is that when you do something good and when you have good manners and when you do something for the sake of Allah, Allah will bless you. So if you share your food or your toys, or if you're nice to other people, or if you do anything good, then Allah will bless you with even more than what you did. And Allah always answers the dua of the Muslims and the people who do good things. And also, Allah always answers the dua of your parents. And so you have to be very respectful and friendly and kind to your parents. And when they make dua for you, Allah will bless you. So remember, always be kind and respectful to your parents. Always be thankful for what Allah gives you, and also be kind and friendly to your neighbors and your guests, especially if they are Muslims. And if you do that, Allah will definitely bless you with even more, inshallah. And that wraps up our story time today. Jazakallahu khairan for joining me, and I can't wait until next week where we will talk all about how the Kaaba first got built. And this is going to be a super exciting topic. We will see the Kaaba from the beginning and how the Kaaba looks now. I can't wait to have that story with you, and I hope that you will join me on that great story time next week, inshallah. See you then. Assalamu alaikum.